Alice, aren't you like 30? Hasn't school been out for a while with you? I recently started listening to hip hop. I'm kind of new to the game. I really want to meet this shorty chick I keep hearing so much about. Dude, Little Debbie, that cream-filled slut. I don't know what it means. Dude, what's that say about your job search when you fill out your EDD claim form the day you get it in the mail? You're like, I ain't getting a job because I ain't looking. Yes, I look for work. I recently had my first threesome not too long ago. It was a little bit awkward because the girls were into each other way more than they're into me. So I spent the first half of it just going. And I don't know if any of you guys have never had a threesome before, let me just tell you. Nothing makes you feel more like a man than to look down and see two unsatisfied faces looking back at you. I recently hit a new all-time low. I was getting ready to jerk off in the shower, and I decided to let my hand get extra pruny so I could give myself a cougar. And it was a hot shower, so my cum actually poached in the water like an egg in some ramen. It wasn't funny when I got to the job interview and it was all crusted in my knuckle hair. It was all bad. So have you guys seen this commercial by Taco Bell where they're talking about how they put all the nachos in a tortilla so you can eat it with one hand? How many people died wrecking their car eating nachos on the way home? The Taco Bell had to address this public health issue by making it where you eat your nachos on the way home with one hand. I appreciate Taco Bell. I know the gesture's good, but if you're so concerned about my health, why are you selling a fat lady and a rascal in front of me 2 grande meals? She's the only one on a rascal. I'm pretty sure she's going to eat them both. You know who I want to meet is the owner of Arby's. Because at one point, this guy actually said, no. You see, hamburgers and french fries, that's a fad. I've seen the future, and it's roast beef, onion rolls, and nacho cheese. I just recently got back from Utah. I was doing some shows out there. And all I have to say about Utah is this. It's a really nice place. It's the only place I've ever been where you can buy a wedding dress for an 8-year-old. Yeah. I was down in Los Angeles, and I recently got 86 from Disneyland for life. All I'm saying is if you can't shroom at the happiest place on earth, I think I'm getting too paranoid to fly, though. Because every time I'm just sitting there in the terminal getting all nervous, I start picking out who I'm going to eat in case the plane crashes. Anytime I'm in the plane and turbulence hits, I start picking out what fat lady I'm going to hollow out and live in.
Like a tauntaun.
Exactly, like a tauntaun. Thought they smelled bad on the inside. Exactly.
Outside, sir.
Fat lady smell bad on the inside, sir. I didn't know if you knew that. And speaking of plane crashes, what's the deal with the fat guy in Lost? How is he still fat? Was there like a Twinkie factory on that island?
Yeah.
Oh, and every time I fly, I always get stuck to the worst guy. Last time I flew, I was stuck to this guy the whole time. He's just shaking like this in my seat. Yeah. Finally, I was like, hey, dude, do you mind? Come to find out he has Parkinson's. So now I'm the asshole that's not being sensitive. And you know, I started talking to him. Spent 3 hours talking to him. I'm really glad I did. He was a really interesting dude. Come to find out, he used to be Michael J. Fox. I'm getting older. I got my invitation to my 10-year high school reunion. And I was like, wow, it's really, really great to see. And then crumbled up and threw it in the trash. Why would I want to hang out with people my own age? They suck. All they do is talk about their kids and their jobs. That's 2 things I go out of my way to avoid having. Anybody here got kids? Woo! to nobody. Awesome, because kids are for suckers. I recently had a friend that had a kid. They named their kid Little Piece of Heaven, which is a really nice name. Too bad the kids in high school are going to call her Little Piece. Or if she's anything like her mom, Big Piece. And it's funny too, because all my friends with kids always talk about how their kids are like 4 years old and they can read and write and they like repeat things they hear on TV. It's like, oh, congratulations, your kids aren't retarded. Awesome. Kids are supposed to be able to read and write when they're 4. That's why they go to school then. I recently had to break up with a chick. Found out she was racist. Yeah, her Clint had a white hood on it.
Damn, girl.
Damn girl.
I think I might be racist myself. Because the other day I killed a bunch of black ants in my kitchen. For no other reason except because my kind and their kind are not meant to live together. And then I thought about how absurd that statement is. Because it's not like if they're red ants. I would have killed her in smallpox-infested blankets. I was talking to one of my buddies the other day. He's a pro gun nut. And he was like, Jimmy, if you're at the mall and somebody started shooting the place up, would you want to be armed or unarmed? And I said, well, to be honest with you, I'd rather be behind a fat lady. Irish Spring soap, an example of ethnic cleansing. I've been doing some research lately, and you know how Kennedy had a secretary named Lincoln, and Lincoln had a secretary named Kennedy? Well, there are a lot of similarities like that between Kennedy and Osama bin Laden as well. Well, Osama bin Laden had a secretary named Huh. And Kennedy made the same sound when he got shot. Thanks a lot, everybody. I'm Jimmy. Have a good night.